Yeah. And I I love that you said that, like, it looks different for everyone too, because and I think that's why I love this whole concept of doing the opposite, because it's a really good place to start. Like, it's a really good question to ask yourself as you're, like, navigating this, because like you said, like, your our brains can make us think like, "Oh, yeah, like, I feel my feelings," like, I'm very in tune with them, right? And in reality, it's like, "Oh, that is just the ego," like, it's just bypassing it, like, we're really not actually giving us the time and space that we require. Um, so, yeah, like, when you're as you're listening to this, like, ask yourself, "What do I normally do?" Like, what is my MO when it comes to feeling an emotion? Like, are you someone that just immediately tries to move on? Are you someone that kind of takes that time and needs, kind of like almost too much time, right? And maybe starts uh workshopping, and asking people for opinion, and just like telling them, like, maybe venting is the right word. I'm not sure. Sharing, like oversharing. I don't know. Like, maybe you're the type of person that needs to um, speak things out, but like, do you do that to a certain extent where you're just like telling the same story over and over and over again, and you're just kind of stuck in that loop? Um, so, as kind of a first little action step, I think that that's a great question, is to just recognize, okay, what is my default, and how can I start to get curious about that? And what would it feel like to lean a little bit more in the opposite direction? So if you are someone that just kind of mentally processes things and like thinks about them, what would it feel to actually like say that to another person and like let them in? If like me, I like kind of my default would be to, I guess, like people please, and just like m- make the like make the other person feel like comfortable, and kind of not really show my true self and like my true feelings in it, right? And so for me, the opposite, I've really worked hard on leaning into being more authentic when I am feeling something, and saying exactly what I am feeling, like not in a aggressive way, but just giving myself that permission to not bypass it in that way. Like, we can bypass things in so many different ways. The ego is so tricky, I feel like, where it's just like, oh yeah, well, if you don't want to do something, you can avoid it by this way, or you can avoid it by doing this or not doing that. And it's just like, you constantly have to be aware. But I think that that's the whole game of like being conscious, like awakening, right? And is that you're not really on that autopilot. You're not allowing those patterns to just run the show. And so hopefully that's a good little starting place for people to start to recognize what it is that they tend to do, and a little bit of a challenge to move in the opposite direction of whatever that default pattern is.